Hi, Ryan and Megan. I just want to ask you, how do you deal with people judging you being different? I have a little bit of learning disability and I have a little bit of health issues, and people are always saying negative things and all that stuff too. So I want to know how you handle people being so mean or rude to you.
Damn,
oh man,
this is good.
This also depends. Are we talking like online or like in person? Because
I feel like now it's a mix of everything.
I can
really.
hide. I don't have to look for it. I never ever. I did it once and never ever again will I look up my name.
Nope.
Ever. But I don't dive into my comments like on Twitter or some places. Have you noticed some places are safer than others?
I think Instagram is safer for me than TikTok.
Safer. Yeah.
Twitter can be pretty safe unless something's
Twitter's
going
gnarly.
down.
They put a picture of Piggy, Miss Piggy, and Kermit the Frog and said, "Oh, Meghan and Daryl," and I was like, that one cut deep.
Those ones I laugh at.
I mean, that shit's
Dude,
pretty fucking funny. I forgot about that, dude.
Like I love
upset for like weeks.
funny hate. I love.
Yours is like great. Yours is cute, but yeah.
But some stuff is. I mean, it's no one's ever gonna be like, oh, it's easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
it's
it sucks.
not. It sucks.
it always affects me.
It's hard. Yeah.
I don't believe the people who are like, brush it off. I don't
No,
even
it definitely gets to
stings,
you,
bro. It
and it
stings.
takes time.
It takes time.
Everything takes time. I would like to know like what age you are, because I think like middle school and high school
Brutal.
people just suck.
People suck.
Because they hate themselves.
And when
then
you get older, I promise older people are nicer.
yeah,
They
way
are
more
nicer.
understanding. I know
people get mature.
Yeah, mature.
Yeah,
When
mature.
people mature, a
is
lot
great.
changes.
Yeah, and
hard.
I know a lot of successful people that have learning disabilities, and like you're it's gonna be okay.
I mean, reading is straight up hard for me.
Right.
Struggle.
I'm writing
Yeah.
a book right now and I'm editing it and I'm like, I can't
It's
do this.
so hard.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try to sell it.
Yeah, that's one of the good things
Yeah.
to make your mom do. Edit your book.
That's smart.
But thank you for calling into
Yeah, thank
the
you. And I'm
Workin'
sorry
On It
about your health
hotline.
issues too.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
everything works out for you and we love you. And thanks for calling our phone.
Yes.
Sorry if we didn't
Keep
give
your
you
head
the
up because
advice.
you're freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
You're freaking
Yes.
awesome.
You're awesome. You're awesome.
New sound. Love it.
You're freaking awesome. Clickbait. Have you? Oh my God. Chris, make Megan do this. It's a trend right now to take one of my things that I voice over and then try to do my voice, because I'll be like, let's go to Halloween Horror Nights. And then you stitch it, and then you stitch it like trying to do my voice.
I used to try to do your voice in my house. I'd be like,
Hey, it's JoJo Siwa.
How did you find this voice?
It's
just her, dude.
It's just like like obviously I have like my natural voice, which
Yeah.
is what I've been talking with.
But you just get
But then like
jacked
if
up
I'm
on
doing
life.
like a voiceover, like I want it to be fun. So like,
have you ever looked at your vocal cords?
no,
Ooh.
don't take me to a doctor.
Don't look.
No,
Ignorance
I'm
is
not
bliss.
looking.
Ignorance is bliss.
We're not
Do
doing
not
it.
ever look in there.
No, you're fine.
I know
You're
what it looks
actually
like.
great.
Yeah,
Your
look
voice
at
was
it.
made to do all that.
And that's what
what
I
makes
told my
you
mom.
special.
Because I remember like every vocal coach that I've ever had is like, you need to go stick a camera down your throat, and I'm like, I know it's messed up.
Until you're like coughing up blood
Yeah.
or a lot
Yep.
of pain.
Just wait
or
till
like,
the last
Wait till then,
minute.
because you've gone this far. You've done great.
That's exactly what
That's
I
where I
said.
had to stop because I was
Horrible
like, this
advice.
hurts, and then I'd cough up blood, and I was like, this isn't good. And
Yep.
they were like, okay, you've exploded a pimple, and I have like a permanent divot in one of my vocal cords, but that's what makes me sound like Meghan Trainor.
Yep,
And
exactly.
your rasp is you,
It's just
and she's not a chain smoker.
I treat my voice absolutely awfully. Like I don't warm up. I don't cool down.
One day you did, and I was proud.
One day I did, and
It's
it does make a
annoying,
difference
though.
when I do.
I
But
don't.
I get into this mind space where I'm like, you're an awful singer because you can't do this, and
know.
it throws me off. And I finally have gotten pretty much over that. But it's like, at some point, I'm like, you know what? If it breaks, it breaks, and we'll fix it when it breaks.
fix it when it
But-
breaks.
It
Yeah,
is
no,
fixable.
I know if I went to a doctor, they'd be
fixable.
like, you need surgery tomorrow. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not here for it.
Yeah, it sucked, the surgery. I did it twice. Not
Oh,
fun.
No bueno.
All right, who called?
We got another one for the Workin' On It hotline. That's 661-491-4363.
Shouldn't he do radio?
Thank you for calling in.
Don't, just do the podcast.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hi, Ryan and Megan. It's Megan. I'm the same name as you.
Shut up.
I'm calling because, first of all, I love your music, Megan, but I love your song Bad For Me. I have been listening to it on repeat ever since it came out.
Thanks for the streams.
The reason I'm calling, actually, is because I really resonate with it. I have a family member who I no longer speak to. Ever since I came out as gay, she
So good that you're here.
hasn't been treating me well. She's kind of been calling me names. She's super religious, and she doesn't really believe in all this and says, like, I'm going through a phase. She doesn't support my quote-unquote lifestyle. Has just said some really awful things about me, so I actually decided to cut her out of my life, and which has been really hard. But I also sent this song to my therapist, and she loved it. So I've been talking to her about it. But I guess I know, Megan, you've been through a lot with someone in your family. Obviously, I don't know anything about that, but I just wanted to just get your advice, I guess, and just see, like, how you've been able to accept, I don't know, like, losing a family member who's been really toxic. And just kind of get your input on that. So thank you so much. I love your music, and I'm really excited for your album to come out.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. And I love you too, Ryan. Okay, thanks,
Kisses.
guys. Bye.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
Oh my gosh, she sounds so sweet.
Oh my God.
First of all, you're awesome for being gay. I mean, for all
Good
the
job
reasons,
being gay.
but good
We
job
love
being
you for
gay.
that.
Just because you haven't heard it recently, you need to hear it.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you've been open about your family member. You haven't been open, but it's not a secret.
Not like who, but what I
Yeah, of course. And you have the song. For me, where I luck out is, this is awful, but my family member who was that person in our family.
You have one of those?
I had one of those. Luckily, he died 4 years ago before I came out.
JoJo! Luckily, R.I.P. motherfucker.
So anyways.
No, you need to get it.
Just wait for them to die, baby.
Oh my God. No, that's not what I meant by it.
Okay.
Before I came out. Because I know if he was already a very, very awful human to me, to the rest of my family. But I know if I would have came out and he would have been around, it would have been really, really, really bad. And he was fully cut out of our lives for probably 3 years prior. But he would try to enter back in, and I can only imagine if I would have came out while he would have been alive. Yeah. So maybe not luckily he died, but I'm grateful that I didn't have to deal with him when I came out.
Yeah.
I think something to know is that somehow every family has that one.
Yeah.
Every family has that
I didn't
one
know
who
that,
just
but that's
doesn't
real.
accept, is just off. Every family has that one. So don't feel like you're alone. But also know that, like, just because someone doesn't accept you doesn't mean that you don't have to accept yourself. You know what I mean? I think that gets misinterpreted a lot. You think, well, shit, if they don't accept me, maybe it is wrong what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, one person. There's literally 7 billion on the planet. Go ask 2 more. You know what I mean?
Family is like who you decide.
Right. Yep.
You know, luckily you could pick your family.
Yep. Family isn't just blood.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get across with this song. And it's devastating. It's hard. It's hard for me to, like, lose even friends, let alone, like, family members, like blood. I just have this, like, this family guilt I think I get from my father and my mother. They're very much like, even if, like, family members treat them like shit, they're like, okay, let's host Christmas, and their family. Would you want to be alone on Christmas? And I'm like, okay. So
it's hard.
I'm trying to break those traditional, like, just keep abusing us and it's fine. Like, we're family. It's okay. So I'm trying to, with my therapist, like, break those, what are they called? The generational cycles, you know?
And I
trying
think
to break
too,
that. Brian's like,
that sounds
you're
great.
able to still love somebody and care about somebody without them doing it back to you, or you're also able to still care about somebody without loving somebody. You know what I mean?
That's what was so helpful with writing the letter.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's a big, like, I'm going to write you an email. That's his big thing. And so I was like, I want to do that, but, like, with my therapist, like, making sure I say everything perfectly. That's, like, kind and coming from a good place in my heart. That's not just like, blah, 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 you know? And also ending with resources of, like, here's how you can get help, just like I got help. And, like, I'm not blaming you for what's going on. I'm asking you to get help. So, but it's different with someone not accepting you for who you are and who you love.
Right.
Yeah,
that sucks on a whole nother level that I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry,
You have to find your
Megan, you're going
people.
through that. But you got to find your family. And I just
You
saw
did the
someone
mature
on
thing
TikTok
too
yesterday
by
that
just
was
cutting
like,
them off.
yeah, I saw a girl on TikTok yesterday sobbing. That's like, my mom was like verbally abusing me and I had to cut her off, but it still makes me sad that I can't call my mom
Right.
about something and talk to her
And
about it.
that's also okay. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I think it's like, oh, I'm going to cut them off. Done. I'm never going to think about them
Yeah.
again. But like, that's not realistic. You know, every time their birthday rolls around, you're going to think about them. Every time.
It's okay to be sad about it.
It's okay to think
Yeah.
about it. Say it is your mom. Mother's Day rolls around and you're going to have
yeah.
a shitty day. You know
Yep.
what I mean? But maybe you have another motherly figure in your life that you can celebrate that day.
My
or-
mom is mother of like 18 people now.
Yes.
Super mom.
Super mom.